What is going on, guys? Welcome back and Happy New Year. Okay, so I know it's been a while since you've seen me, but I've actually been on quite the journey, and what turned out to be just a simple, one-game playthrough turned out to be playing through an entire series. So basically what happened is we got this brand new 4K 65-inch TV, and I said, I want to, play through a whole new game and, experience a whole new thing on it. Like, not just games I've already played, but I want to experience something new on this. And I said, I haven't experienced Assassin's Creed before. I've heard lots of, good things about it, but I never, really explored it. I had a friend who, was obsessed with it back in the day, kind of explored it just a tiny bit, but never really got into it. And immediately after the first game, I was hooked, and I ended up playing through pretty much every single one of them. I'm on Origins right now, and I have 2 left until Valhalla, pretty much. So I said, fuck it, let's just do a series on that. I have several hours of footage that I need to mix down for you guys, and, we're just going to play through all of them, show you what they're kind of about. If you played them before, great, relive the nostalgia. If you haven't, maybe they'll get you interested. I highly suggest playing all of them. It was such a trip, such great storytelling. So without further ado, let's get started with Assassin's Creed 1. Alright, so here we go. We are doing the first Assassin's Creed game. This was released in 2007, I believe. I highly suggest you actually play this game because this series is, built around this one game. So, usually, they kind of continue a story, and they do that, but all of the stories for each and every game lead back to this one character that we meet in this game, and his name is Altair ibn La'ahad. He's a young assassin that lives during the Third Crusade, who has quite a hot head, who needs to kind of relearn why he's part of the Assassin's Creed, and because he breaks the rules initially in the beginning, and that's forbidden. It's one of those things. But everything leads back to Altair, and it's crazy. It's such a unique way to kind of build a story. All right, so we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll just do memory block 4. That's the kind of middle of the game, I guess you could say.
You've done well. 3 of the 9.
Okay, so this is basically like the Assassin Stronghold, and
do not think to rest upon your
pretty much where you're given your targets, I guess, to go out to assassinate them. This game takes place in the Holy Land, so pretty much the Middle East. It's Damascus, Akkar, Jerusalem. This is during the Third Crusade, and it's really cool how they got all the culture and everything right. From the preachers preaching about dying in service to God and joining the Crusades and stuff, and it's very cool. I really appreciate the history and that kind of stuff.
With a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
Okay, so basically, I believe they did it on purpose, but there's kind of a varying difficulty with the each location you go to. So I believe the way it goes is Damascus, Akkar, and then Jerusalem being the hardest, because I've noticed that Damascus is the easiest to get around in. Then you go to Jerusalem and there's guards all over the place. There's so many people. Akkar is kind of in the middle of all that. So that's the way I did it in the game. I went Damascus, Akkar, Jerusalem whenever I got my targets.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade.
Okay, so now we're gonna head out into the kingdom. I believe we can just kind of do a fast travel right here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll just go to Damascus. That's actually my favorite city too. That's pretty cool. Okay, so immediately we'll just kind of dive right into it. So we'll take a look at the modern graphics of the year 2007. And initially when I saw this, I was like, okay, Yeah. So you ride out here, like when I first rode out here, I was like, shit. Like, okay, this is not bad at all. Like, because you think about games like when I saw this, I immediately thought of like Grand Theft Auto 4, and I was like, okay, so it's big, but is it textured in detail? Because Grand Theft Auto 4 looked kind of slimy, and when I got into the city, like when we get into the city, you're gonna see like the textures are actually good, unlike Grand Theft Auto. Like it's big and the textures are good. So like I was kind of very surprised with that. All right, another thing that's kind of annoying is I'm gonna go out here just to show you real quick. Riding your horse around the kingdom is very fucking annoying. For example, this group of guards right here, I'm going to run past them at full speed. Immediately, I should just die for my crimes. Absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, it's whatever. I dealt with it. I mean, it's just, you just gotta fucking ride as fast as you fucking can, and you'll just get through it. So I think there's a, oh yeah. So, they had the right idea. I mean, I'm not gonna blame, like, this, remember, this game is like, people are still trying to make games and hoping that they catch on and become a franchise. That's exactly what this game was, and it certainly did become a franchise. So we're actually going to sneak into the city now. We're going to go blend in with these scholars right here. Hit the blend button, and then it automatically just blends for me and takes me through the gate of the city.
Come see what I have to offer. Let me show you everything I have. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer. Could I interest you in other notice? You won't be disappointed.
So everything looks like, pretty textured, pretty good. Grand Theft Auto, it's like the size of that game, they kind of just threw it together and didn't really care much about the textures, I don't think. Another thing we're gonna take a look at is the climbing mechanics in this game, because and pay attention to it as I keep making these videos. Things get progressively better, and then some games kind of takes a step back, but I mean, I think it was only like 1 or 2 games that did that. Alright, we're gonna climb up this ladder now, because that's a socially acceptable way to get onto a roof. When I first started playing this game, a friend told me it's kind of a very methodical game. You're not really supposed to get into too many engagements, because you are supposed to kind of stick to the shadows and stay out of sight. But here, we're gonna go, this is the Assassin's Bureau right here. We'll kind of go in here.
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today? His name is Abu Nakud. What can you tell me
And this
about?
is where we kind of get information, and then we have to go out and do we have to like search for info or something like that, and we kind of eavesdrop people, help people out for information, stuff like that. We'll bring up the map here. It looks like there's an eavesdrop. There's an eavesdrop there that we can do. So we'll go do this eavesdrop one. Notice how what I said before, there's like barely any guards on these rooftops. It's very, very easy to get around in Damascus.
It is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king.
And I believe those are our targets right there. Oh, there's a drunk guy. We'll sit here and we'll that guy. I think that's our target.
The rest of it has been delivered.
Good. Make sure he also knows it wasn't
Yada yada
easy
yada.
arranging a
Listen to
shipment
their
like this.
conversation. Get the information we
wine.
need. All right. So basically, you know, you just do simple things like that, and I think one of this merchant over here is gonna have us do like some sort of like race to like the across the rooftops.
But he died as a result.
Oh, the
We should
shopkeeper
not
one.
allow this
Okay.
injustice
Yeah,
to
this one's
continue.
kind of annoying.
Would you be willing to put a stop to this?
Okay, this one we're gonna have to kind of be relatively quick. And now we'll just make our escape, because we've done that. We've gotten our 2 targets. We'll just hide in here. Sometimes you kind of just have to cheese it like that, like you're gonna alert people, and then you just gotta like fucking make it work.
Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this? Stop this. Whatever we wish.
Now see, now here's where the climbing gets very annoying, because you gotta like it. In the new games, it's so free flowing, like you barely even like you literally just have to hold the button and just like hold the stick up, and you'll just start climbing.
Thank you, brother. You've saved untold lives. In return for your kindness, I'll give you a bit of information you might find useful.
This is actually going to be the assassination ones, I think. All right, so let's talk combat in this game. I'm gonna just run around and shove these people here and get in the whole clusterfuck.
I will end your life. This is a waste of my time.
So basically, you have to pretty much hold down your what you call it, trigger button, and hope that someone attacks you. So you kind of have to mash your attack button and then hold your trigger and press your counter button at the right time. Eventually, they change the counter button to the B button, which is very fantastic, and I love that. This, you know, kind of just take people out real quick with it. So, in this game, I usually get hit quite a bit, but then once I get to like I think the second one implemented the counter button, that's when I really I don't get hit much, and then eventually, you know, in Assassin's Creed 4, that's when I believe they perfected the system, and it's pretty much just like attack counter, and then you can chain combo your like pistols and shit in, and then it really becomes like a Batman Arkham style combo system. Then you just kind of, you know, free flow through it, and you could really get some cool clips with you know, all your different weapons and stuff. So okay, that took me about 2 minutes. In the newer games, that will take you about 30 seconds. That's how much they improved it. Not only is the climbing annoying, but it's also very slow.
Stand before you to deliver a warning.
Yeah, see, I just love that.
Take Joppa. There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin.
Yeah, another fucking annoying thing. You'll literally spend a fucking hour running from guards just trying to fucking get away from them. It's like fucking dog shit, but it's, you know. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, there's this ladder right here. And we're literally going to spot our first target right over here on the other side of this wall.
Turn back now.
There he is.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. My family's sick and dying. Could you
Great,
spare
these
a few
fucking
coins?
beggars. They fucking annoy the hell out of me.
Money? No, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please. I need food.
And then we'll make a run for it around here.
Just a little money, I beg of you.
And here's the second ladder. And this sets us up for our second target inside the bazaar right here. And there he is right there. This is kind of a tricky one because in a way, like, you kind of just have to, like, fucking wait for the guards to be, you know, in a certain area. And then we'll make a run for it this way.
Before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Joppa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
And then we have completed it.
Wasn't that great? Just like in Aleppo, you remember?
Citizens as a
Okay,
result.
so then we
It
give
appears
him
he's
all
been
we
stealing
know,
money meant for
and then
the
he
people of
gives us the
Damascus, spending
feather,
it on himself.
which we
Even
need
as we speak, he
to
flaunts his
wipe the
greed,
blood of the
preparing for a
victim
lavish
on
party.
as proof that
His
he
guards
is
and
indeed
servants
dead.
should have their hands full dealing.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Okay, now we're ready to get on with our assassination now. Our target is marked over here, so we're gonna go up this way. And we have to sneak into here, so if we look on our mini-map there, we notice that there is a scholar icon over here in this alleyway. Followed by this drunk guy, which is not gonna help at all. Okay, well, that worked out.
My family's sick and dying. Could you spare...
Right into the door here. Looks like a party for the elite of Damascus is going on. And then our guy comes out on that thing over there. There he is.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me.
And you know, it kind of makes you like watch these little cutscenes before the assassination. I mean, I they had the right idea. It's pretty cool, but like some of them are kind of really drawn out, and it just like, oh my god, I just want to kill this guy already. Like, can you let me please fucking kill the guy already? And eventually I'm going to be getting out. There's actually a wooden beam propelled over that that balcony right there that I'm going to try to get out on. Like my one buddy said, it's kind of a very methodical thing. There are ways to do it, like, you know, stealthily, but this one, for some reason, it does not always work, and like you won't get the assassination thing. So you end up having to chase your targets down if you do miss them the first time, which is kind of like, it's not really that big of a deal, but it gets very problematic when you have like a mob of angry soldiers following you. And oh my god, come on, I want to fucking kill your fat ass already.
And so I say enough! I pledged myself to another cause.
Okay, now we have to kind of get the heck out over here. Okay, our hidden blade is equipped, and we're going to climb up here. Okay, there's one. And we're going to get up onto the roof right here. Okay, that's our target right here. We're going to try to get down over him. I don't know if it's going to work. It's probably not going to work, but... Yep, there. Yep, see, I told you it wouldn't work. And now we're going to have to deal with this fucking bullshit. Yeet.
Be at peace now. Their words can no longer do harm.
And it's an Assassin's Creed tradition that there's always this kind of little scene after you assassinate your target that you kind of,
I want to know where it's
you
going
kind
and
of,
why.
Look at me.
you know, go over with them, like what they did wrong, kind of, and try to squeeze more information out of them, to kind of, you know,
So this
aid
is
your
about
search
vengeance,
for,
then?
you know, the rest of the Templar Order.
Not vengeance, but my conscience. How?
And we wipe the blood of our victim. And now we must escape the scene. And this is where things get very fucking annoying, because, like, one soldier always runs faster than the other, and they always, and then the others, and they always kind of just fucking, someone hits you every, like, couple seconds, and it's like, not here. I just love that, how, like, all, like, the bells are ringing and shit, and you're, like, have, like, this, like, frantic escape shit going on. It's pretty cool.
It was poison. A
Okay,
coward's
we got our
tool.
proof.
Blame
We have
them for
assassinated
war.
our target,
Said
and
he
that's
wished to end it.
pretty much the whole game.
Strange, but then again, the Merchant King was known to be a bit different.
Yeah, I mean,
Perhaps
it's
this was
pretty
simply
much
a
the whole
symptom of
game.
his
You
madness.
just kind of
Perhaps.
do the same
Sound
thing. You got to
unconvinced.
do the investigation.
Speak with
You got to assassinate
may
the
offer
target,
better
make the escape.
Yes. We'll see what he
And
has
then
to
things
say.
kind of escalate, right? And then there's, you know, a whole other bunch of, you know,
Fast forwarding memory. to a more
conspiracy,
recent one.
I guess I should say, involved, and, you know, you eventually have to go kill others, and it does kind of push you into confrontations, so you can't be stealthy, and it makes it a lot harder, but otherwise, like, it's a great starting point. I'll say that it's a great starting point.
Utilize your sprint ability
I
to
definitely
attack
would
his
play it.
leader.
It's fucking great. It, like, you know, kind of shows you how far, like, especially if you've been playing Valhalla, it will show you how far this game has
As you
come,
wish.
and
Word
like
has
this
reached me of your
incredible
success.
series. Okay, so opinion time. How do I rate this game? I see now. Again, this game was created in a time where development companies are, you know, just cranking out games, putting them on the market, and seeing if they take off as franchises. Because remember, gaming is still very new, especially online gaming and stuff. You know, 2006, 2007, that was the beginning of, like, the true generation of online gaming. So, you know, it's kind of hard to say, because, you know, if this were 2007, I would definitely give it like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, right? But now that I played, you know, absolutely, like, almost flawless games, and especially the new Assassin's Creed games, you know, I could look back and say, like, okay, like, they, like, to be fair, like, I want to give it an 8 out of 10, but yeah, I guess I'll give it an 8 out of 10. but due to the datedness of it, like due to it being dated, I'd probably like for from today's standards, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Back in 2007, definitely an 8 out of 10, but now a 5 out of 10. And that does not reflect on the story at all. It is a great game. I still recommend you play it. It is awesome. It's just, you could tell it's kind of rough around the edges, the mechanics in some spots, but that's fine. If you're totally fine with playing old classic games like I am, and you still go back and like replay like especially Elder Scrolls, holy shit, that game is broken in many different areas. But the replayability of it is just like, you can just have so much fucking fun for hours and hours and hours with it. It's the same thing. So definitely play it. It's a great game, and I think next time we're gonna do Assassin's Creed 2 and both of its sequels in the same video, because I literally consider them all the same game. But yeah, so great game. And before I go, guys, make sure you hit that follow button on Facebook, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I really appreciate all the following, all the fandom, all the support you guys have been giving me. It's awesome. I can't believe how much we've grown. We're almost just about there towards making some money on Facebook. We still got a couple more follows to go. So let's keep it up, guys. And until next time, have a good one.